Offshore wind has become one of the most reliable renewable energy sources. Its high capacity factors can effectively replace much more expensive coal and natural gas power generation. Yet offshore wind is still vulnerable to a range of myths aiming to sow distrust in the sector's development. How much truth is there to the arguments against offshore wind? What is the real impact of offshore wind on the environment and society? And do the negatives really outweigh the positives? Let us take a closer look. A common claim is that offshore wind turbines dominate the view from the coastline, which will destroy the local tourism industry. In reality, most offshore wind farms are built far beyond the view from the shoreline. For example, at distances greater than 20 kilometers, the visibility of turbines becomes negligible, and even at shorter distances, a negative impact on local tourism has not been confirmed so far. Take the Darß Peninsula in Germany. It is a popular tourist destination at Germany's Baltic Sea coast. There's an offshore wind farm just 16 kilometers from the coast, but that hasn't stopped tourists from coming. In fact, the local tourism industry is booming. Offshore wind critics claim that it is too expensive relative to other forms of power generation and not worth the investment. Despite high upfront capital investments, project costs have been declining consistently over the last decade. Offshore can produce power consistently, which makes it capable of replacing base load power generation from high polluting coal and excessively expensive gas plants. The levelized cost of electricity for offshore wind is now comparable to conventional fossil fuels, and it's only getting cheaper. As rising carbon prices further deter the competitiveness of fossil fuel-based generation units and the high costs of maintaining aging infrastructure, offshore wind becomes more competitive.
In Poland, although no offshore wind farm is operational yet, new investments in infrastructure such as marshalling ports, factories producing wind turbine components are already underway. Offshore wind is also creating new business opportunities for domestic manufacturers and shipyards.
Moreover, investing in offshore wind presents an opportunity for transforming lagging coastal communities. Building, maintaining, and operating wind farms can create thousands of jobs, from engineers to maintenance crews.
The most important thing is that the fishermen will have an opportunity to get at the table at the very early start in the project, and that you don't place wind parks on top of core fishing areas.
We have seen a significant boost in employment thanks to offshore wind projects in many local communities all across Europe. It's not just about construction, there's a whole ecosystem of maintenance, operations, and even tourism opportunities around these farms. And these are stable, well-paying jobs in regions that often need economic impulses.
Offshore wind is a reliable, cost-effective energy solution that benefits not only the environment, but also energy security and the economy. As the world transitions to cleaner energy, offshore wind will play a key role in providing the power we need without sacrificing the beauty of our coastlines or our wallets.